Hello everyone, my name is Akshay Arora. In this video, we are discussing the JEE Mains paper solution of the date Feb 1st, 2024 and the shift 1, that is morning shift. So let us jump to the question number 1. Here is the first question in front of you, which says that a bag contains 8 balls whose color are either white or black. 4 balls are drawn at random without replacement, and it was found that 2 balls are white and other 2 balls are black. Find the probability that the bag contain equal number of white balls as well as black balls. So they are asking that if the total number of balls are 8, so if white balls and black balls quantities are to be similar, that means 4 white and 4 black they are asking for. So the question says we need to determine the probability of 4 white, 4 black, and what is being given here? It was found that 2 balls are white and 2 other balls are black from the drawn ball. So 4 white, 4 black from 2 white, okay, when 2 white and 2 black are drawn from the set of 8 balls. Alright, so this probability they are asking for. So what I'll do, I'll use the Bayes theorem over here. So I'll write here that it will be equals to probability of 2 white, 2 black when the bag contains 4 white and 4 black into probability of 4 white and 4 black. Alright, and this is divided by the total probability. Okay, this is divided by the total probability. Now, how to get the total probability? Let me answer you that. Okay, so total probability means there are 5 situations being possible. Let me discuss those situations with you. So the very first situation is the bag may contain 2 white and 6 black. The second situation is the bag may contain 3 white and 5 black. The third situation is 4 white, 4 black, and the fourth situation is 5 white, 3 black, and the fifth situation is 6 white and 2 black. So these are the 6 possibility. Why I cannot take 1 black? Because it has already been given that if we try to draw 4 balls from the bag, so 2 are white and 2 are black from the drawn balls. So the number of balls which are white cannot be less than 2, and the number of balls which are black cannot be less than 2. So these are the all possible cases. Now if I wish to write the total probability in terms of the Bayes theorem, so that will be equals to, here you can see it is 2 white 2 black over like when 4 white and 4 black ball is there. So here also I'll be writing the probability of 2 white 2 black when the bag contains 2 white 6 black into probability of 2 white 6 black. Are you able to understand? Now moving forward, probability of drawing 2 white 2 black when the bag contains 3 white 5 black into probability of 3 white 5 black. I hope you understood this, and it will go on till the last case, and the last case is what? Probability of 2 white 2 black when the bag contain 6 white 2 black into probability of 6 white 2 black. I hope you understood how we got this response. Now my dear students, what is the value that we need to write in these probabilities? If I talk about the first one, suppose a bag contains 2 white, so that will be 2 white balls can be drawn as 2C2. If a bag contains 6 black, if you want to get 2 black out of 6 black, so it will be 6C2 whole divided by 8C2, because out like 8C4, not C2, it will be 8C4 because the total balls are 8, and out of 8 balls we need to select 4 balls. So the total number of cases will be 8C4, and the favorable are 2 from the white and 2 from the black. Into 1 by 5, why I am writing this? Because there are 5 cases you can see. And if I want the probability of this particular case, then it will be 1 by 5. Let us talk about the next probability. The next probability is probability of 2 white, 2 black when that is 3 white. So it will be 3C2 because 2 white I require into 5C2 whole divided by 8C4 multiplied by 1 by 5. The third possibility is I want 2 from the white, it will be 4C2, 2 from the black, it will be 4C2 whole divided by 8C4 into 1 by 5 plus then I want 2 white that is 5C2, 2 black that is 3C2, 8C4 into 1 by 5. And the last one, I'm using addition sign for the last one also. 2 white that is 6C2, 2 black that is 2C2, 8C4 and this is being multiplied with 1 by 5. I hope you are able to understand how we got the total probability. If this has been clear to you, so we can take this 1 by 5 common and we can simplify this expression. So finally, this value of the total probability will be placed here. This value of the total probability will be placed here. Okay. And in the numerator, we will be able to write 4C2, then again 4C2 whole divided by 8C4 multiplied by 1 by 5. And this total probability I am assuming here to be a capital A expression. Okay. So this is capital A, for example. I am writing the value of capital A over here. Now after simplifying this, I will be able to get the final answer as 2 by 7. So the calculation part you need to do it by yourself. Conceptual part I have done it for you. So 2 by 7 is the final answer. I hope my dear students you all are able to understand how we have completed the first question. Moving ahead to the next one. 0 to pi by 4 we have x dx and then we have sine 2x raised to the power 4 plus cos 2x raised to the power 4. So how we can do this question? My dear students, can we remove x from here? Yes, it is quite easy to remove x from here. How we can remove that? Suppose if I assume this integration to be I, and my dear students, I know that here 2x is written and the limits are from 0 to pi by 4. So instead of x, if I can write pi by 4 minus x, will the denominator get changed? No, because sine 90 minus theta will be cos theta and cos 90 minus theta will become sine theta. So denominator will not change. So I'm just applying the king rule over here and I'm writing the value of I again. So it will be 0 to pi by 4. Here it is pi by 4 minus x dx and this whole gets divided by sine 2x raised to the power 4 and then it is cos 2x raised to the power 4. I hope this is clear to you. If you try to add these two, you'll be able to get 2i and 2i will be equals to pi by 4 dx whole divided by sine 2x raised to the power 4 and cos 2x raised to the power 4. So let us write that also. So I'm writing here after I, so that will be pi upon 8, then it will be 0 to pi by 4. Okay, why it is pi upon 8? Because this 2 is also been taken here. So it becomes dx over sine 2x raised to the power 4 and then cos 2x raised to the power 4. I hope you understood this. Now my dear students, can I assume 2x as a new variable? Yes, easily we can assume that. So if I assume 2x to be a new variable and without even assuming also I can do this question. Let us see how we can do that. So basically if I divide the entire expression with cos 2x raised to the power 4. So here I will see sec 2x raised to the power 4 will be there, okay, dx and whole divided by this is 10 2x raised to the power 4 and added with 1. Here it is 0 to pi by 4 with us, here it is pi by 8 outside of it and this is the value I. I hope this has also been clear to you. Now my dear students, this sec raised to the power 4 can be converted as sec square into sec square. And my dear students, if I write the value of 10 2x as t, then sec square 2x, then 2 dx will be equals to dt. I hope this has been clear to you. So sec square 2x is there in front of you. I'll write its value. Dx value will be sec square 2x dx will be dt over 2. 1 sec square will be converted as 1 plus 10 square which is t square whole divided by, here we can see t raised to the power 4 plus 1. Here already it is pi by 8 and let us talk about the limit. If I keep the value of x as 0, t will be 0. If I keep the value of x as pi by 4, then t will be infinite. I hope this is clear to you and this is the value of I. So if this has been clear to you, then this half and this pi by 8, it becomes pi by 16 in the next page. I'm writing here pi by 16, 0 to infinity. In the numerator, if I divide by t square, it will become 1 plus 1 upon t square dt. And in the denominator, if I divide by t square, it will be t square plus 1 upon t square. Now let us subtract by 2 and add 2. What is the advantage of doing so? It will be 1 plus 1 by t square dt and here it gets converted to t minus 1 upon t whole square and here it is root 2 square. Integration will be from 0 to infinity, and this is pi over 16. I hope you understood this step. Now after that, if you assume this t minus 1 by t as a new variable, so let us assume this new variable to be y, alright. So this will be, the numerator part will be dy and the denominator part will be y square plus root 2 square. And if I talk about the limits here, so here if I take the value of t, I think with the help of these limits, it will be very difficult for us, because if I keep the value of t as 0, so it will be 0 minus infinity, okay? So that will be minus infinity. And if I keep the value of t as infinite, so it will be plus infinity. And here it is pi over 16. So my dear students, it is actually equals to 1 upon a, then it is 10 inverse y upon a, and the limits are being defined from minus infinity to plus infinity, and along with that pi by 16 is also being given. Now if you try to simplify this, you will be able to get pi square over 16 root 2 as the value of I. So we started with this expression I and we tried to simplify it, and is there any response of this type, pi square over 16 root 2? Yes, that we can get that by just rationalizing it. So if I multiply it by root 2 and root 2, it will be root 2 pi square over 32. Alright, and root 2 pi square over 32 is given to us in the C response. That is why C option would be the final answer. I hope you understood how we have done this question. Moving ahead to the next question, A matrix, B matrix is given. C matrix they have given here. X matrix they have given here. Asking for the determinant X. For the determinant X, determinant C is required. For determinant C, determinant A and determinant B is required. So let us find the determinant A first of all. And that is equals to 2 minus of minus 1. So that becomes 3. Determinant of B. So that will be 1 minus 0. So that will be 1. I hope this has been clear to you. If I want to get the value of the determinant C, it will be determinant of A, determinant of B. And do you know this determinant of A transpose is actually determinant of A itself. So it becomes determinant of A into determinant of B, determinant of A square into B. Okay. Now determinant of A square, it will become 9 and 9 into 1. So determinant C value will be equals to 9 itself. Now I want to get the value of the determinant X. Determinant X is determinant of A transpose, determinant of C square, determinant of A. I know that if the determinant A is 3, then the determinant of A transpose will also be 3, and determinant of C is 9, so here it is 9 square, determinant of A is 3, I can get the value 81 into 9. 81 into 9 can be written as 729. 729 is there in the option B. That is why option B will be the final answer over here. This was so simple question, my dear students. Now let us jump to the next problem. Here is another problem. The value of 10A, 10B, 10C are given to you. ABC belong to 0 to 90. We want to get the value of A plus B. How we can do this question? My dear students, 10A and 10B with us. So I want to write the value of 10A plus B. How will I be able to write? I know that there is a formula 10A plus 10B over 1 minus 10A into 10B. Now, if I take the value of 10A over here, so it will be 1 upon square root of x times x square plus x plus 1. Then if I take the value of 10B here, it will be root x over root over x square plus x plus 1 whole divided by 1 minus 10A. So 1 minus square root of x times x square plus x plus 1, and this is 10A, and 10B is root x over square root of x square plus x plus 1. I hope this has been clear to you, and here we have 10 of A plus B. Now we can take the LCM on both numerator and denominator. So in the numerator, what I'll observe, if I take the LCM, I'm moving to the next page, okay? I'm writing here 10A plus B value. So in the numerator part, if I take the LCM, it will be square root of x times x square plus x plus 1. And here 1 will be written as it is. Now here root x is missing, so root x into root x will become x. Now, this is the simplification of the numerator. In the denominator, if I take the product, it will be x square plus x plus 1 into x square plus x plus 1 into root over x. Okay, this is the denominator part. Here it is root over x times x square plus x plus 1, and here it is minus of root over x. So my dear students, what I can think about, root x is getting cancelled with root x, and here if I try to cancel this square root of x square plus x plus 1, so I will be able to get square root over here. So finally I will see that 1 plus x into root over x square plus x plus 1 is coming, whole divided by this. So root x getting cancelled, and ultimately I will be able to get root x times x square plus x. Now in this, if I take this x common, I will be able to get x plus 1 root over x square plus x plus 1 whole divided by x root x, then x plus 1. X plus 1 getting cancelled, and ultimately we are able to get this value. So this is actually 10a plus b. Now we need to see for 10c in this question. The value of 10c is being given to us x raised to the power minus 3, that is 1 upon x cube. X raised to the power minus 2, that is 1 upon x square. X raised to the power minus 1, that is 1 upon x. And with the power half. This is given to us as the value for 10c. What I will do here, I'll just take the LCM as x cube. If I take x cube as LCM, here I will have 1, here I will have x, here I will have x square, and this whole is taken the power half. So my dear students, can't you find the expression that we have obtained? Here denominator is x raised to the power 3 by 2. Here numerator is x square plus x plus 1 raised to the power 1 by 2. It is quite similar to this expression, exactly same. So basically we have got that 10 of a plus b will be equals to 10 of c. So by the comparison, because a, b, c all are between 0 to 90, that is why a plus b is equals to c. So my dear students, what they have asked the value of a plus b. So the value of a plus b will be equals to c. A option will be the final answer. I hope you understood this question. Now we are moving ahead to the next one. So if n is the number of ways in which 5 different employees can sit into 4 indistinguishable offices. Indistinguishable means identical offices, where any office may have any number of person including 0. Then n will be equals to what? That means 5 need to be separated into groups. Okay. So the very first possibility is the first group is having 5 and the remaining 3 is having 0. Alright. So this can be done with the help of 5, 0, 0. Okay, so this is 5 factorial over 5 factorial, and hence it will be equals to 1 way. Second possibility is 4, 1, 0, 0. This will be 5 factorial over 4 factorial, that is 5 itself. Third possibility is 3, 2, 0, 0. That will be 5 factorial over 3 factorial, 2 factorial, and that is 10 way. Next possibility is 3, 1, 1, 0. So that will be 5 factorial over 2 factorial and 3 factorial. This 2 factorial is coming because of the 2 equal size group. Okay. I hope this has been clear to you. So that is why it becomes 10. Next possibility is 2, 2, 1, 0. I hope 5 factorial over 2 factorial, 2 factorial. One extra 2 factorial would be there because of this 2 equal size group. Now 5 factorial over 2 factorial will be 5 into 4 into 3, that is 60. 60 over 2, 30 over 2, 15. So 15 would be there here. And the one more possibility that we can have here is 2, 1, 1, 1. So that will be 5 factorial over 2 factorial. And this 3 factorial is coming because of 3 equal size groups. Here I will be writing 10. So 10 plus 10 plus 10, 30. 30 plus 15. It will be 45. Then 50, then 51. 51 is given to us in the C option. That is why C option would be the final answer. I hope you understood this problem. Moving ahead to the next one. This problem is having S. S is consisting of Z, complex number. Mod Z minus 1 is 1. Root 2 minus 1, Z plus Z bar minus iota, Z minus Z bar is equals to 2 root 2. Z1, Z2 belongs to set S. Z1 is the maximum value of Z belonging to the set S. and mod z2 is the minimum z. Alright, then root 2 z1 minus z2, this modulus whole square is equals to what? So first of all, my intention would be to get the value of z1, z2, and after that I'll substitute here to get the final answer. Okay. So from here, can I assume that let z is equals to x plus iota y. From here, I will be able to create a equation x minus 1 whole square, then y square is equals to 1. This is the first equation. From here also I can get the equation, because if z is x plus iota y, then z bar will be x minus iota y, and then z plus z bar, so it will be equals to 2x over here. So here I am writing root 2 minus 1 2x, and then minus iota times z minus z bar. So it will be equals to x and x getting cancelled, it will be 2 iota y. Alright, z minus z bar is equals to 2 root 2. So this iota into iota will become iota square. Negative of iota square will become plus. So it is 2x times root 2 minus 1, and this is plus 2y is equals to 2 root 2. So basically I have got two different relationships between x and y. Now we need to solve the first and second. Alright, we need to solve the first and second to get the values of x and y. So we will have two different values of x. One is the value of x as 1. If x is equals to 1, then the value of y will be 1. Other value of x is 1 upon 2 minus root 2. So if you substitute the value of x here as 1 upon 2 minus root 2, then accordingly you will be able to get the value of y as root 2 minus 1 upon root 2. So these are the values of x and y that we have obtained. That means two possible values of z we can get from here. The first possible value is 1 plus iota. The second possible value is 1 upon 2 minus root 2 plus iota times root 2 minus 1 upon root 2. I hope you understood how we got the values of z. Now these are the two possible values which are belonging in the set S, that is z1 and z2, which is satisfying both these given conditions. Now one is the maximum value and the other value is the minimum value. So my dear students, here if I try to get the maximum value and the minimum value, so I need to write the value of z1 and z2 accordingly. Are you able to understand? So z2 here is representing the minimum value. So I can write here that z2 will be definitely 1 plus iota. Okay, z2 will be definitely 1 plus iota. And here if I need to write modulus value, because I need to write the value of modulus of z2. So modulus of z2 here will be equals to root 2. Just a minute, if I am assuming z2 as 1 plus iota because it has the modulus root 2. I hope you are able to understand this. In the same way, z1 value is actually equals to 1 upon 2 minus root 2 and plus iota times root 2 minus 1 upon root 2. I hope you understood how we got the value of this expression. Even if you want to simplify this, if you want to rationalize it, you can rationalize it further, okay? So 1 upon 2 minus root 2 into 2 plus root 2, here also 2 plus root 2, ultimately the denominator will become 4 minus 2, here it is 2 plus root 2, 2 upon 2 will be 1, root 2 upon 2 will be 1 by root 2. So I can also write in this way, that is 1 plus 1 by root 2 plus iota times root 2 minus 1 upon root 2. I hope you are able to understand this. Now if you are able to understand the value of z1 and z2, I need to get the value of root 2 times z1 minus z2. So I need to write here root 2 times z1 minus z2, and then I need to take the modulus and square. If I multiply this with root 2, then what will happen? Here I will have root 2, then I will have 1. Then iota times root 2 into root 2, it becomes 2, it becomes 1. I hope this is equals to, this has been clear to you. This is root 2 times z1. And then minus z2 I am writing as it is, that is 1 plus iota. And after that, this entire expression would be taken the modulus. The entire expression would be taken the modulus, okay? So finally, we'll observe that root 2 plus 1 minus 1, only root 2 is remaining. Here it is 1 iota, here it is iota. So this is gone. Iota and iota getting cancelled, alright? So the answer to this question will be 2. Hence, is it given 2 anywhere? Yes, D. So D option will be the final answer. I hope you are able to understand. So if you take the modulus value over here and the modulus value of Z1 over here and Z2, if you take these two modulus value and compare them, so the minimum value will be assigned to Z2 and the maximum value will be assigned to Z1. So that is why minimum is assigned to this complex number, maximum value is assigned to this complex number. I hope you understood this. Next is, let the median and the mean deviation from the about like mean let the median and the mean deviation about the median of observation this be 170. So basically this is the median they have given, and this is MD about M. MD about M means MD about median they have given. Okay, then the mean deviation about median of these 7 observations will be equals to what? So basically, let us talk about the first one, median. For writing the median, we need to arrange the data in the ascending order. Is the data being arranged in the ascending order? No, because the middle term will be 170 according to them. I'm writing 170 over here. So to the right of 170, I can find one number as 190, other number as 210, and the other number is 230. So these are the numbers which are to the right of 170. To the left of 170, there is one number 125. Along with that, A, B. I do not know the order of A, B and 125 which will come first, second, third. But I know that to the left of 170, these 3 numbers would be there. Definitely A and B both are less than 170. This is for sure, okay? Now, the very first thing, from the median we got to know that A and B both are less than 170. Second is mean deviation about the median of 7 observations. These are the 7 observations being given to us. Okay, so in that case, what I will do, I will first of all subtract all these observations to calculate DI. DI means XI minus M. So suppose A minus 170 is the first DI, B minus 170. And we need to calculate the mean also. So likewise, I'm adding also 125 minus 170. So that becomes 45. 170 minus 170, that becomes 0. Then 190 minus 170, 20. 210, that means 40. 230, that means 60. And this whole is divided by the 7 observation. So this mean deviation about median is 205 over 7. This 7 and 7, both the sides it will get divided. In this way, I will be able to write the value of A plus B, my dear students. So the value of A plus B from here, I will be able to write it as 30. Is that clear to everyone? How we have expressed A plus B as 30? Let me check also about that. Here it is minus 170, minus 170. And here it is 45 and 40, it will 95, 105 and 165. 165 if it is going there. So 200 minus 160, 140 would be there. And from this 340, because this is 340, and if I subtract 140, then definitely I will be able to get this sum as 200. So I need to correct this sum. Let me tell you. See, my dear students, you need to do this calculation by yourself. You can cancel this 7 by 7, and you can see here if you add all these numbers, and this has also been there in the modulus, because here it is A minus 170, it is in the modulus. B minus 170, it is in the modulus, and obviously they are less than 170. So it becomes 170 minus A and 170 minus B, okay? So basically their sum is 340. The sum of these two will be 340 plus A minus B, okay? Here it should be minus A, and here it should be minus B. All right, now it's fine, I think so. So the addition of remaining quantities, 60 and 40, it becomes 100, 120, then it becomes 165. If I take this 165 to the right hand side, so I will be able to get 140 over there. If I want to have this value A plus B, so A plus B value will be equals to 200. I hope you understood this. Now after getting this value, they're asking the mean deviation about the mean. If they're asking the mean deviation about the mean, so let us calculate the mean of this data as well. So to calculate the mean, it is 170 plus 125. Okay, here we have 170 plus 125, and then it is 230, then it is 190, then it is 210, then it is A, and then it is B, whole divided by 7. Instead of a plus b, can we write 200? Yes, we can write 200 because here we already have determined 200. Now we need to find the mean of this data. Are you able to understand how will I be able to get the mean? So after evaluating all these values, I will be able to write the mean of this data as 175. I hope you are able to understand. Now let us calculate the deviation about mean. If I want to calculate deviation about mean, so that means all the observation needs to be subtracted with 175. This is subtracted with 175, only 5 will be there. 125 minus 175, 50 would be there. Then 230 minus 175, so that will be 30 and 25, 55 would be there. Alright, 190 minus 175, so that will be 15 over here. And then 210, so that will be 35 over here. And here we can write that a and b both are less than 170. So 175 minus a will come, and then along with that 175 minus b will come. So these are all the deviations. I want to get the mean deviation. I want to get the mean deviation about mean. If I want to get the mean deviation about mean, so I need to take the average of all these observations. 5, 50, 55, 15, 35. Here I can see that 175 is taken 2 times. So 175, 175 and subtracted with a plus b. I hope you are able to understand this. And this whole is divided by how many observations? This whole is divided by 7 observations. So my dear students, if you try to simplify it, you will be able to get the answer as 30. Okay, just you need to put the value of a plus b. And answer 30 is given to us in the C option. That is why C option will be the final answer. I hope you understood this problem. It was quite easy. So moving ahead to the next one. A vector given, B vector given. We want to get the value of C vector as A cross B cross I cross I cross I. And then C dot this vector is equals to what? So basically A cross B is being given to you. Okay, let us deal with A cross B and this is cross with I. So I will write here A dot I, B dot I. All right. Is that clear to you? If I'm writing A dot I, it will be B vector over here. If I'm writing B dot I, it will be A vector over here. All right. I hope this has been clear to you. Now what is A dot I? A dot I means you need to take the dot product of A with I, so that will become minus 5. If I want to take the dot of B with I, so that will be 1. Here I am writing minus 5B and here I am writing 1A. So minus 5B minus A vector. Now after this, what we need to do, we just need to substitute the value of B vector. So B vector is I plus 2J minus 4K. And I need to substitute the value of A vector. Minus 5I plus J and then minus 3K. Alright, so it becomes minus 5 plus 5, so this becomes 0. Then minus 10 minus 1, it becomes minus 11J. And then it is plus 20 and then plus 3, so this becomes 23K cap. This is the value of this product. I hope you are able to understand this, okay? Now, my dear students, it is also been said that A cross B, if you got this, cross I also if you got this, it is also taken one more I. It is also taken cross with one more I. You can see here, okay? So, if I do minus 11J plus 23K cross I, then what will be the result? So, J cross I is minus K. So, that is why it will become 11K cap. And 23K cross I, it will be J. So, this will be 23J cap. Now, my dear students, one more cross I need to done here, okay? So, here we already have A cross B, then it is cross I, then it is cross I, okay? One more cross I needs to be done. So, 11K plus 23J cross I will be K cross I will be 11J cap, and then 23J cross I, it will be 23 negative 23K cap. So 11J cap minus 23K cap is the value for C vector. Now if I got the value of C vector, I'm writing here 11j minus 23k, and here it is taken dot with minus I plus j plus k. So finally I will not be the term 11 into 1 and minus 23. 11 minus 23, that brings us a result minus 12. Minus 12 is there in the option A. That is why option A would be the final answer. I hope, my dear students, you all are able to understand how we have completed this solution. Moving ahead to the next problem, let us is a set consisting of x, where x is used in this equation, then the number of elements in the set x. That means they're asking the number of solutions for this equation. So let us deal with this question. Here, if I assume root 3 plus root 2 raised to the power x as t, for example, then root 3 minus root 2 raised to the power x will be 1 upon t. My question is being converted to t plus 1 upon t is equals to 10. So it becomes t square plus 1 is equals to 10t. Then it becomes t square minus 10t plus 1 is equals to 0. I got the value of t as plus minus root over b square minus 4ac whole divided by 2a. So this becomes root over 96. 10 plus minus root over 96. 96 can be written as 16 into 6. 16 is 4 root 6 actually, and whole divided by 2. So the value of t that has been coming here is 5 plus minus 2 root 6. I hope you are able to understand this. That means here if I write root 3 plus root 2 whole raised to the power x as 5 plus minus 2 root 6, then the value of x can be plus 2 as well as minus 2. Both the values of x can be possible. Then the number of elements in the set S, that means two values are possible in the real number, plus 2 and minus 2. So C option will be the final answer. I hope you understood this problem. Moving ahead to the next one. Area enclosed by this curve. So if I take this y common, I'll be left with x plus 4 is equals to 16. So the value of y will be 16 over x plus 4. And this is a curve x plus y is equals to 6. If I try to plot these two curves, here we have 6 comma 0. Here we have 0 comma 6. So this is a line that I can draw from here to here. Alright. Now let us find the point of intersection of these two curves. At x is equals to negative 4. This is a asymptote. X is equals to negative 4. I cannot substitute this x is equals to negative 4 over here. Okay. Moreover, at x is equals to 0, value of y will be 4. So the curve is passing through this point 0 comma 4. I hope you are able to understand this. Okay. I hope this has also been clear to you. Now after this step, what we need to do here. So basically, let us try to solve both these curves. That means if I equate 16 over x plus 4 with 6 minus x, then I will be able to get two different values of 6. Whether x is equals to 4 is being satisfying by it, please check it. Yes, x is equals to 4, and x is equals to minus 2 is being satisfied by LHS and RHS. So minus 2, it becomes 8, and minus 2, yes. So these two curves are meeting at the point minus 2. Here we have minus 2, and here we have x is equals to 4. So at x is equals to 4, the curve is giving us the value of y as 2. And x is equals to minus 2, the curve is giving us the value of y as 8. So minus 2 comma 8. I hope you are able to understand this. Can you see to this? Are you able to understand? So basically this is the type of the curve that we are getting. This is the type of the curve that we are getting. Okay. I'm just removing the previous one. All right. And after that, this, yeah. In this way, the curve will be drawn. I hope you understood this. After this point, this is a type of a hyperbola and this is a straight line. This is the area enclosed between these two curves. I want to get the shaded region. So area bounded between the curves can be determined by integration from negative 2 to 4. Y of upper curve is actually what? It is the line, that is 6 minus x, and minus y of lower curve is 16 over x plus 4, and this is being written as dx. Now it is very easy for us to integrate this function. It is 6x minus x square by 2, and here let us apply the whole limits all together to this expression. That would be great. Minus 16 times log x plus 4. Okay, and then apply the limits minus 2 to 4 to entire function to get this required area. I hope you are able to understand how we can answer this question, my dear students. So we will write here 6 into 4, it becomes 24. Here it becomes 4 square upon 2, that becomes 8. Here it is 16 log 4 plus 4, that becomes 8. Okay. Then applying a negative sign, I'm writing minus 2 over here, it becomes minus 12. Minus 2 over here, so it becomes 4 over 2, that is becoming 2. And here minus 16 times log of 2 being present here. If I try to open up the bracket, then I will observe 12 minus 8, it becomes 16. 16 minus 16 log 8. Here it is minus 12 minus 2, it becomes plus 14, and then it becomes plus 16 times log 2. If I try to deal these two, here it will be 16 plus 14, that is 30. And if I try to take this 16 common, it will be log 2 over 8, which is log 1 by 4. We can also write it as 30 minus 16 times log 4. Okay, what is the answer in terms of log 2 being given? So I can write 30 minus 32 log 2. Has there any been option given here? 30 minus 32 log 2. Yes, C option. So C option would be the final answer. Moving ahead to the next question, here we have another question. Fx is being given to you. Log x for x greater than 0, e raised to the power minus x for x less than 0. This is the function fx. Gx is x function for x greater than 0, and for x less than 0, e raised to the power x. They are talking about this Goff function. That means they are talking about g of fx. If they want us to discuss about g of fx, then what will it be? So g of fx is strictly fx for fx to be positive. If fx is positive, then it will be fx. Okay. Then, and if I talk about if fx is negative, then it will be e raised to the power fx. I hope you are able to understand this. Now, my dear students, here you need to see where we need to keep this fx. So, there are two functions being associated with fx. One is e raised to the power minus x. E raised to the power minus x, if you try to draw the graph of it, it will always be positive. Okay. And sorry, it is actually the graph of e raised to the power x. But if I try to draw the graph of e raised to the power minus x, it will be in this way. I hope you are able to understand this. Okay. It will always be positive. So this fx is positive. Fx is positive every time. Whatever x you keep here, whether you keep x positive, negative, any x, this function will always be positive. So it will be e raised to the power minus x for x less than equals to 0. Okay. Now let us talk about log x function. So log x is showing two different behaviors for x greater than 0. Okay. So for this interval, for 0 to 1, log is negative. So let me write here for 0 to 1, fx is negative, and fx is negative, it will be e raised to the power log x. Okay. E raised to the power log x. And for greater than 1, it will be fx is positive. So it will be, here I will write fx itself. So that will be equals to log x. I hope you are able to define this g of f function, g of x function. Are you all able to understand this, how we have written the value of g of x function? Is that been clear to you or not? My dear students, just let me know about this. So here it has been clearly mentioned that for x less than or equals to 0, it is e raised to the power minus x. That has been clearly mentioned. Okay. And for x 0 to 1, it is e raised to the power log x. For x greater than 1, it is log x. Okay. And at x is equals to 1. Okay. So function at 1 is showing us 0 result. So here also it should show us 0 result. So that is why I am actually giving greater than or equals to, because here if I keep the value of x as 1, so f of 1 is 0 and g of 0 will be 0 itself. So here I'm putting the equality, x greater than or equals to 1, it is log x. Now let us try to plot the graph of this function. If I try to plot the graph of this function, it has been given to us that for x less than 0, it is e raised to the power minus x. So up till it is 0, 1. Okay. Then after that, between 0 to 1, it is actually equals to x. Then we need to draw the line y is equals to x. Okay. We have drawn the line y is equals to x. Then after that, for x greater than 1, it is log x. It is log x. Okay. Now, do you think that this function is continuous? No, this is not continuous. Is it showing many one result? Yes. At two different values of x, the same value of y, many one function. Is it showing onto result? Onto result means real to real. Real to real. That means the range is real. But here I can see we are not getting the negative values of y anytime. So that is why this is function is into. So B option, neither 1 1 nor onto, is the answer to this problem. Are you able to understand this condition? If this has been clear to you, then we'll be talking about the next question. Are you able to understand this? Can we go ahead, my dear students? Yes. So let us talk about the next question. This is a system of equation question in which we need to get the value of 13 alpha beta if this system of equation has infinitely many solutions. So we'll be using the Cramer's rule. In the Cramer's rule, we all know that delta is 0, delta 1 is 0, delta 2 is 0, delta 3 is 0 if it has infinitely many solutions. So I need to get the value of alpha and beta first of all. So what I'll do, I'll write the value of delta 3. Okay, delta 3 means 2, 1, 3 will be the first column. 3 alpha minus 1 will be the second column. And 5, negative 4 and 7 will be the third column. If I make this determinant 0, so that is 2 times 7 alpha minus 4 would be coming. Minus 3 times, it will be 7 plus 12 would be coming. And plus 5 times, it will be minus 1 minus 3 alpha would be there. And this is equals to 0. So here we have 14 alpha, then it is minus 8. Then 12 plus 7 is 19. 19 into 3, it becomes 57. Here we have minus 5 and then we have minus 15 alpha. Alright, and this is equals to 0. I hope this is equals to 0. Now 14 alpha minus 15 alpha will be minus alpha. Okay, minus 8 minus 5, it becomes minus 13. So it becomes minus 70 and here it is equals to 0. I hope this has also been clear to you. So we got the value of alpha from here, that is minus 70. I also wish to get the value of beta. How we can get that? For getting the value of beta, 2, 1, 3 is the first column, that is perfect. Second column, I will be writing here, I am writing delta 2 actually, 5 minus 4 and 7. And then it is minus 1, 3 and beta over here. Make this determinant equal to 0. 2 times minus 4 beta and minus 21 would be there. Minus 5 times, it is beta minus 9. And then it is minus 1 times 7 plus 12. So it becomes minus 8 beta minus 42. Minus 5 beta plus 45. And then it becomes minus 19. So minus 8 beta minus 5 beta minus 13 beta. It is plus 3 and here it is minus 16. So the value of beta that we are obtaining here will be equals to, just a minute, yeah. So it will be equals to 16 over 13. I hope you are able to understand, and this beta value is also negative. So I will be writing here 13 into 16 over 13 with a negative sign, and here we are writing minus 70. 13, 13 getting cancelled, 16 into 7. So 16 into 7, and here it will be 12 and here it will be 11. So I will be able to get 1120 out of it. 1120 is given to us in the option B. That is why option B will be the final answer. I hope, my dear students, you all are able to understand. So yes, alpha value is minus 70 that we are getting. Beta value is minus 16 over 13 that we are getting. And yes, 1120 is right answer. For theta is between 0 to 90. Eccentricity of this hyperbola. So basically this is x square minus y square upon sine square theta. And this is equals to 5 being given to us. So instead of writing 5, let us write 5 here also and here also, and here it should be 1. Eccentricity of this hyperbola, okay, let us calculate that. It will be 1 plus b square over a square. So it will be turning out to be 1 plus sine square, okay? So this is eccentricity of hyperbola. Is root 7 times eccentricity of this ellipse. So ellipse equation is x square over sine square theta. And then we have y square over 5. And then it is equals to 1. So eccentricity of the ellipse, it will be equals to square root of 1 minus b square over a square. So I got to know 1 minus sine square theta, okay? So it has been given that root over 1 plus sine square theta is root 7 times root over 1 minus sine square theta. I hope this is the relationship between being given to you. From this equation, I need to get the value of theta. How we can get that? If I try to square both the sides, here I will have 1 plus sine square. Here I will have 7 times 1 minus sine square. Bring all the sine square to one side. Okay. So 7 sine square, if I take here, it will become 8 sine square. Okay. And 7 minus 1, it will be 6 over here. Then we can get the value of sine square from here, that is 3 by 4. Okay. Then we can get the value of sine theta from here as root 3 over 2 with a plus minus. But since theta is between 0 to 90, so sine theta will be positive. And then it will be pi by 3. So the value of theta will be pi by 3 given to us in the C option. So C option would be the final answer. Moving ahead to the next problem, y is equals to yx with the solution of this differential equation. I can see this differential equation dy by dx is equals to 2x times x plus y whole cube. Here it is minus x times x plus y. Here it is minus 1. Y of 0 is 1 being given. We want to get the value of this expression. How to find that? If I consider x plus y as a new variable t, I differentiate with respect to x. So 1 plus dy by dx will be equals to dt by dx. dy by dx will be written as dt by dx minus 1. Here it will be 2x t cube. Then it is xt and then it is minus 1. I hope you are able to understand. Minus 1 getting cancelled. So it will be dt over 2t cube and then minus t. Here it is x dx. Alright, let us try to integrate this. If I try to integrate this expression, I want to go to the next page. I am multiplying t to both numerator and denominator. So I will be writing here t dt whole divided by, it is 2t raised to the power 4 and then minus t square, and this needs to be integrated. In the right hand side, it is x square over 2 and then plus c. Now how to integrate this function, my dear students? So if I assume t square as a new variable, for example y, I cannot take y, let us take another variable. For example, let us take a variable z. Okay, so let us take a variable z. So here 2t dt will be equals to dz. Here we have dz over 2 divided by this, it become 2z square. Here it is minus z and this needs to be integrated. Now what we can do here, if I try to take this 2 as well as z common, okay, so I will have 1 upon 4. Then I will be able to write dz over. Here it will be z also being taken common and I will be left with z minus 1 over 2. I hope you are able to understand. Now can I convert this numerator part in this way? Yes, I can convert. I will write here z minus half, and that is actually equals to half. Okay, this, if I try to simplify it, this is half. So 1 by 4 is already outside and half is there in the numerator. So I am dividing, like I am multiplying half to the denominator as well. Okay. Now if I try to divide them individually, then that will be actually integration by partial fraction. It will be 1 upon z minus half, which is equals to log z minus half. Okay, and here it will be 1 upon z, that will be log z, and this is being multiplied with 1 over 2. Okay, and I want to place the value of z as t square. So ultimately I will be able to write log of t square minus half whole divided by t square, and then it is being multiplied by half is equals to x square by 2 plus c. Now my dear students, I need to replace the value of t also. T will be replaced with x plus y. So it will be half log x plus y whole square minus half whole divided by x plus y whole square. And this is actually equals to x square by 2 plus c. They have given the value of y as x as 0 and y will be 1. So 0 comma 1. If I substitute 0 comma 1, it will be 1 minus half. 1 minus half is again half. Here it is 1 and outside it is half. Here it is 0 plus c. Now what is the value of this expression? So this becomes the value of c. The value of c here is minus half log 2. I hope you are able to understand this. If this has been clear to you, I will substitute this value of c over here. And if I substitute this value of c, I will be able to get the solution out of it. Now what they have asked to get the value of y 1 by root 2 and then add 1 by root 2 to it and then make the whole square of it. So I'm writing the final general solution half log x plus y whole square minus half whole divided by x plus y whole square, okay, and then here it is x square by 2 and then it is minus half log 2. I hope you are able to understand this. If this has been clear to you, now you just need to put the value of x as 1 by root 2 everywhere and you need to determine the value of y. That value of y needed to be added with 1 by root 2 and then you need to take the whole square. So finally the answer that we can have from here, okay, because we need to find the value of this expression, okay. So finally the answer that we can have from here, it will be 1 upon 2 minus root e, okay. So this will be 1 upon 2 minus root e. Okay, after the calculation you can get, simple it is, and that has been given to us in the option D. So option D will be the final answer. Alright. Moving ahead to the next one. Here function R to R is being defined as this function. A particular function, piecewise defined function is given. This function is continuous everywhere. If this is continuous, that means I can write f of 1 minus and f of 1 plus should be equal. F of 1 plus is 2 plus 1. F of 1 minus will be 1 plus c plus 2. So here we got the value of c as 0. If the value of c is 0, then this gets cancelled. Only x square plus 2 is remaining now. Alright. Moreover, this function is continuous at 0 as well. You can see that this function can be continuous at 0. So here we can see that limit of x tending towards 0 and it is a minus b cos 2x whole divided by x square. So I know that if I try to substitute the value of x as 0, so the denominator is tending towards 0 and the numerator should also tend towards 0 at x equals to 0, okay, because then only the limit will get defined. So here if I try to put the value of x as 0, then this will be equals to 2. So this limit is actually equals to 2, okay. If here the numerator is tending towards 0, so cos 0 is actually 1. So a minus b should be 0. The very first thing is a and b should be same. Alright, the second point. If I try to differentiate this, differentiation of 0, a will be 0. Here it will be b and then it is negative of sine 2x into 2 and whole divided by 2x. So you are able to understand if I apply the L'Hopital rule here, then I will be able to get the result as minus into minus gets positive, it becomes 2b. 2b is equals to 2, then b will be 1. And if b is equals to 1, then a will also be 1. So finally I got this as 1 minus cos 2x whole divided by x square when x is less than 0. Are you getting my point? So when x is less than 0, we are getting this expression. Now here we are getting x square plus 2 for x is between 0 to 1. And for x greater than 1, it is 2x plus 1. I hope you are able to understand how we have written the values of fx. If this has been clear to you, then m is the number of points where f is not differentiable. If I try to find the differentiability at 1, here the differentiation is 2. Here it is 2x and if I keep the 1, so left hand derivative and right hand derivative both are same. That means f dash of 1 minus f dash of 1 plus both are same. So it is differentiable at x is equals to 1. Here also, if I try to get the answer to this problem, so basically the answer will be at x is equals to 1, we are getting the result as, because here it is 0 actually, limit x tending towards 0. If I keep here 0, I'll be able to get the result as 0 over here. And here 1 minus cos 2x, 1 minus cos 2x over x square, okay, is being obtained here. So we can find the differentiation. If I find the differentiation over here, so I'll be able to get the result. What result should I write here? Tell me, students. What is the result should I write here? Tell me about that. So the differentiation, its differentiation, it will be f dash of 0 minus and f dash of 0 plus. Both will be same. Okay. So f dash of 0 minus, f dash of 0 plus, both will be same. So that is why it is differentiable at x is equals to 0. How will you be finding the differentiation of this function? So you'll just apply the quotient rule over here, fx upon gx differentiation, and you'll put the limit of x tending towards 0. And thus you'll get that f dash of 0 plus and f dash of 0 minus, both will be same. So at both the points, we can find that the function is differentiable. So m is the number of points where f is non-differentiable. That means the value of m should be 0. Now what they have asked us in the question, they have asked to get the value of m plus a plus b plus c. C we got 0. Okay, this is not 0 actually. C is only 0 over here. M is also 0 over here. A and B both are equals to 1. So that is why the value, the final answer to this problem will be 2. Okay, 2 is given to us in the D. So that is why D option will be the final answer. Moving ahead to the next problem, this is an ellipse whose eccentricity is 1 by root 2, and I will be writing here e square will be 1 minus b square over a square. So that will be 1 by 2. So b square over a square will be 1 by 2. I hope you are able to understand. Length of LR is also given, and they are asking the eccentricity of this hyperbola. I think this length of LR will not be used. Let me tell you the reason. Because if I want to write the eccentricity of this hyperbola, it will be 1 plus b square over a square. Okay, 1 plus b square over a square. And here b square over a square is half. So this becomes 3 by 2. What they are asking? The square of the eccentricity. The square of the eccentricity of this hyperbola is 3 by 2. This is given to us in the C response. I hope you are able to understand this. Quite easy question. 3a, b, c are in arithmetic progression. 3a, b, c. These are the numbers in AP. So if I assume 3, then this will become 3 plus d. Then this will become 3 plus 2d. This will become 3 plus 3d. Okay, next 3a minus 1. So 3, if I write a minus 1, so that will become 2 plus d. Then b plus 1, then that will become 4 plus 2d. This is b plus 1. Then c plus 9, so that will become 3d plus 12. So these are the numbers in GP. If these are the numbers in GP, they will have the same ratio. So I'll write b2 over b1. And I'll write 4 plus 2d over 2 plus d. If I take this 2 common, it will be 2 plus d. 2 plus d getting cancelled in both numerator and denominator. 2 plus d over 3. 2 plus d value will be 6. D value will be 4 over here. If I got the value d, that means all the values of ABC are being determined. So here 3 number would be there as it is, okay? Then if I keep d 4, then this becomes 7. If I keep d 4, 8 plus 3, 11. If I keep d 4, so 4 3s are 12, 12 plus 3, 15. Alright, so these are the numbers ABC. Now they are asking the arithmetic mean of ABC. So arithmetic mean of ABC will be the middle one. Okay, so let me tell you, we need to add these 18 and 15. So that becomes 33. 33 divided by 3, that becomes 11. 11 is given to us in the option D. Hence option D will be the final answer. I hope you are able to understand how we got the answer to this problem. Moving ahead to the next problem. Here is a circle being given. Here another circle is being given. 2 circles are there. This circle is having the center at origin and the radius value is 2. Okay. This circle is having the center at plus 2 lambda comma 0. And if I try to get the radius of this circle, it will be 2 lambda whole square, then minus 9 with the square root. This will be the radius of this circle, okay? With the two circles, if the set of values of lambda, so that the circle C and C dash intersect at two distinct points. Whenever the two circles are intersecting at two distinct points, so the distance between the center is less than R1 plus R2 and is greater than R1 minus R2. Okay, I hope you are able to understand this. Now, what is the distance between the center? Distance between the center, definitely it is 2 lambda. So, 2 lambda is less than R1 plus R2. R1 plus R2 is 2 plus 4 lambda square and minus 9. This will be square root. And here it is R1 minus R2. So, R1 minus R2 is 2 minus square root of 4 lambda square minus 9, and this should be taken in modulus. So there are two different types of inequalities being given to us, and this value of lambda that we will be obtaining should be in this interval, and they're asking then the point 8a plus 12, 6b minus 20 lies on which of the coordinate. So firstly we want to get this point. Before that I need to find a and b, and then only I'll be able to get point p. Once I'm able to get point p, I'll substitute in all these curves, and then I'll be able to get the final answer. So my dear students, how to deal with this problem? So basically, let us deal with the right part. So here if I try to deal with the right part, I will see that 2 lambda minus 2 less than, and here it is square root of 4 lambda square minus 9 is there, okay? Then if I try to square it, a square plus b square minus 2ab is being obtained here. Here it is 4 lambda square minus 9, okay? Then 4 lambda square getting cancelled. Here I will write 8 lambda. Here 9 will be taken here. It will become 13. So lambda is greater than 13 over 8. This is the first inequality that we have got. Now let us deal with the second inequality. So we got here 2 lambda greater than, then the modulus is being written. And modulus is actually 2 minus root over 4 lambda square and minus 9 is there. I hope you are able to understand this. Now, my dear students, very first important thing, whatever the quantity is there in the square root, it should be positive. So 4 lambda square minus 9, it should be positive. I got the value of 4 lambda square greater than 9. Lambda square should be greater than 9 over 4. If lambda square is greater than 9 over 4, then 9 over 4 square root is 3 by 2. That means the value of lambda should be minus infinity to minus 3 over 2 union 3 by 2 to infinity. Can I have equal to 0 also? Yes, we can have equal to 0. So that is why this value of lambda is also there. One of the relationship I got from here. This is the first one. One of the relationship I got from here. This is the second one. And in this way, we will be able to write the third and fourth relationship also. So using this also we can create the relationship. How? Here we have 2 lambda greater than this expression. Okay. So either we can consider the case and go ahead, or without considering the case. So if I try to square it, because I need to remove this modulus, here it will be a square, then it will be b square, and then it will be minus 2ab. Okay. So I squared both the side to remove the modulus. Okay. So 4 lambda square getting cancelled. 4 minus 9, it becomes minus 5. Minus 5 taken here, it becomes plus 5. 5 greater than minus 4 root over 4 lambda square minus 9. I hope you are able to understand this. Is that been clear to you? So after this step, what we can do? We need to square both the sides, basically. Okay. Because here else what I can do, I can take this term to one of the side. Just a minute. Here it was minus 5. Yeah. So let us try to, because this is a negative value actually. Okay, and this is a positive value basically. Obviously this positive value will be greater than the negative value for all the values of lambda. Okay, this is the value that we are getting from here, because the square root value cannot be negative. So I think for every value of lambda, we will be able to get this result as the always true result. Is that been clear to you? Just say yes or no. If this has been clear to you, then only we'll be moving ahead. Just let me know about that. Okay, just a minute. Let me see to this. Lambda should be greater than 13/2. From here we got this expression. Okay, and from here 2 lambda should be less than this we are getting. Okay, that is also fine. And hence we can say that if I try to square both the sides, I will be able to get 25. Here I will be able to get 16 times 4 lambda square minus 9. Okay, so it will be 64 lambda square and minus 144. Here it is 25. I'll take this 144 and 25 added together, so that will become 169. Here it is 64 lambda square. Okay, so lambda square less than, we are getting here 164 over 169 over 64. So that becomes 13/8 whole square. I hope you are able to understand this. 13/8 whole square. Okay. Now one thing important that I want to discuss. So if I try to square both the sides basically. Okay. So I'll be observing that the sign of inequality will be changed because this quantity is greater than this one. Okay, so sign of the inequality will change over here. I hope you understood this. So obviously this modulus quantity is greater than this one. So that is why here lambda square will be 13/8 whole square. So we got a relationship from here that lambda belongs to minus infinity to minus 13/8. And then we can also write here that it will be union. It will be union 13/8 to infinity. I can also express this answer that lambda belongs to real number except the values which are lying in this interval minus 13/8 to plus 13/8. Okay, so this is the value of A and this is the value of B. 13/8 negative 13/8 is A, positive 13/8 is B. I'll substitute the value over here. So 8 times negative 13 plus 12 and B is positive 13/8, so it becomes 26 minus 20. So here we got minus 6, minus 1. Here we got plus 6. So we got the P coordinate as minus 1, 6. Now we need to check whether minus 1, 6 is satisfying which equation? Minus 1, 6, no. Minus 1, 6, 6 square is 36 and minus 1, yes. So D option will be the final answer. I hope you understood this problem. Moving ahead to the next one. Here we have 5 times fx. This is very easy type of the questions and we have seen quite often these type of questions. Okay, so 5 times fx plus 4 times f of 1 by x is equals to x square minus 2. So we want to get the value of y is equals to 9x square fx. Then y is strictly increasing in which of the interval? So how to get that? If I replace x with 1 by x, then what will happen? It is 5 times f1 by x plus 4 times fx. Here it will be 1 upon x square minus 2. I hope this has been clear to you. Now what we need to do, we need to find the value of fx from here. So what I will do, I will just multiply this equation by 4 and I'll just multiply this equation by 5. Okay, so let us do one thing. Multiply the first one with 5 and then the second one with 4. So 5 into 4, 20 f of 1 by x. And here it is 20 f of 1 by x. And then subtract these two. Okay, then subtract the first one and second one. Okay, after that you will be able to get the value of fx, my dear students. Okay, so after doing this, I will be writing the direct answer that 5x raised to the power 4 minus 2x square and then plus 1. This is whole divided by x 9x square we are obtaining. So basically this is the value of fx that we are obtaining after doing this. Now they have told that the value of y is 9x square into fx. So I just need to keep the value of fx that I got previously, that is 5x raised to the power 4 minus 2x square and then plus 1 divided by 9x square. So we are only left with this y. Okay. After that, we want to get the derivative to check the region of increasing and decreasing. 20x cube minus 4x. Here I will have 4x. Okay, I am writing here 4x. And it should be greater than 0 because it is increasing. So here if I take this 4x common, I will be able to write 5x square minus 1 greater than 0. I got the critical points. Critical points are 1 minus 1 upon root 5 plus 1 upon root 5. Okay, and here it is x is equals to 0. So if I keep the value of x as 1, for example, will it be positive? Definitely. So here it is increasing, here it will be decreasing, here it is increasing, here it will be decreasing. For the interval of increase, x belongs to minus 1 by root 5 to plus 1 by root 5 and then union 0 to infinity. I hope you are able to understand this. So minus 1 by root 5 to plus 1 by root 5, strictly increasing in which of the interval? Please check that. So minus 1 by root 5 to 0. Oh, I have done an error. Just a minute. Sorry. Why I placed this 0 over here? Sorry everyone. I'm correcting this. Just a minute. All right. So what we need to do here, one of the critical point is 1 by root 5, one of the critical point is 0, other is minus 1 by root 5. So in this way they will be arranged on the number line. Now I want to check for x is equals to 1. X is equals to 1, here it is increasing, here it will be decreasing, here it is increasing, here it will be decreasing. So for the interval of increase it will be minus 1 by root 5 to 0 and union for here it will be 1 upon root 5 to infinity. Okay. So minus 1 by root 5 to 0 and 1 upon root 5 to infinity is given to us in the option B. So that is why option B will be the final answer. Guys, are you all able to understand this? How we got the response? Yes. If the shortest distance between these two lines is 1, then the sum of possible values of lambda they are asking for. Okay. So let us find the A1 vector. A1 vector is lambda I, then 2j and then 1k. Let us find the A2 vector. A2 vector is a position vector of a point lying on the second line. Root 3i, 1j and then 2k. Let us write the value for B1 cross B2 because these are the skew lines. So it will be I, j, k. This is minus 2, 1, 1. Here it is 1, negative 2 and 1. Okay, let us try to open up this. So it will be 1 plus 2 minus j. It will be minus 2 minus 1 plus k. It will be 4 minus 1. All right. So this becomes 3i, then it becomes 3j, then it becomes 3k. Now this B1 cross B2 is taken the dot with A1, A2 minus A1, okay? Are you able to understand this? Yes. So A2 minus A1 is what? Root 3 minus lambda. Root 3 minus lambda into 3. Then here it is 1 minus 2, that is negative 1 into 3. Then it will be 2 minus 1, that is positive 1 into 3. And if I want to get the distance between the two skew lines, so it will be A2 minus A1 dot B1 cross B2 whole divided by magnitude of B1 cross B2. Alright, so it will be 3, 3, 3. Do not consider this. Root 3 minus lambda minus 1 plus 1 whole divided by, I am not considering this 3, both in numerator and denominator, because that will get cancelled. Okay. Here it is root 3 being written and this distance is actually 1. Alright. If this has been clear to you, we can get the value of lambda from here. Plus 1 and minus 1 getting cancelled. Root 3 minus lambda will be equals to root 3. So root 3 minus lambda is equals to root 3 will make lambda 0. Second, root 3 minus lambda is equals to negative root 3 will have the value of lambda as 2 root 3. Two different values of lambda we are obtaining. Sum of all possible values of lambda. So 2 root 3 is the final answer. B option, because 0 plus 2 root 3 will be 2 root 3. Moving ahead to the next problem. Here is the differential equation. Let us write that. Sorry. So this is a differential equation being given to us. X of 0 is 2. That means 0 comma 2 is given. So here we can do one thing. I can write here dx over dt is equals to 2x over t plus 1. Here we have t plus 1 whole cube. Okay, I hope you are able to understand this. Now what we need to do next. So basically, if I try to get the answer for this problem, so basically I can see that this is a linear differential equation. Okay, I'm writing again in this way. Linear differential equation. Okay, so first of all, let us write the integrating factor. E raised to the power integration p dx. Okay, here it is dt. So e raised to the power minus 2 log of t plus 1. Okay, so here it is e. So it becomes t plus 1 with the minus 2 power. Then it is x into integrating factor. Solution I am writing directly. X into integrating factor. Alright. I hope you are able to understand this. X into integrating factor is equals to integration of q into integrating factor. And then finally it is added with c. So here it is x upon t plus 1 whole square. In the right hand side it is only t plus 1 dt and then plus c. So this becomes t square upon 2, then plus t and then plus c. Here it is x upon t plus 1 whole square. I hope you are able to understand this. Now they have given 0 comma 2. That means if I first of all replace the value of t, have I? Yeah. So instead of this, instead of t, if I replace 0, then the value of x is 2. So this becomes 2 in the left hand side on replacing t as 0. Here also 0, here also 0. So c value is 2 directly. So I got the final answer to this problem. X upon t plus 1 whole square is equals to t square upon 2, then plus t and then plus 2. Now they are asking t is equals to 1. At t is equals to 1, this is x upon 2 square. Here it is 1 by 2, here it is 1 and then plus 2. X upon 4, 3 by 2 plus 2, 7 by 2 it will come. Okay. So basically I will have x is equals to 14. So 14 is the final answer over here. Okay. I hope you are able to understand. Very simple question it was. Linear differential equation. Number of elements in this set x, where xyz belongs to integer. X plus 2y plus 3z is equals to 42. Are you getting my point? This is 42. X plus 2y and plus 3z is equals to 42. XYZ all are greater than or equals to 0. And number of elements in the set X which is satisfying this equation we need to determine. So there will be multiple cases into it. Suppose I will be taking the value of x as 0, z as 0. So if I take z as 0, x plus 2y will be equals to 42. If I take z as 1, x plus 2y, it will be equals to 39. If I take the z value as 2, x plus 2y is equals to 42 minus 6, 36. If I take the value of z as 3, x plus 2y is equals to 42 minus 9, it will be 33. Then if I take the value of z as 4, x plus 2y is equals to, it becomes 30. Okay, so actually I am reducing 3 from at every step. So here I have x plus 2y is equals to 27. It will be keeping on reducing. X plus 2y is equals to 24. Z is equals to 7. X plus 2y is equals to 21. Z is equals to 8. X plus 2y is equals to 18. Z is equals to 9. X plus 2y is equals to 15. And z is equals to 10. X plus 2y is equals to 12. Now z is equals to, I'm writing here. So z is equals to 11, x plus 2y is equals to 9, z is equals to 12, x plus 2y is equals to 6, z is equals to 13, x plus 2y is equals to 3, z is equals to 14, x plus 2y is equals to 0. I hope you are able to understand this. Now, if I place x like, if I place z is equals to 14, and here I have got x plus 2y is equals to 0. So this is only possible when x is 0 and y is 0. So corresponding to this, there will be only one solution. Now x plus 2y is equals to 3, this is only possible because xyz belongs to integer, both are 1, 1. Then only we can get the answer as 3. Then x plus 2y is equals to 6. This is only possible when x is 1, suppose. Then y cannot be integer. If x is 2, then y is 2. 2 comma 2, 1. This is the possible case. Then 0 comma 3, that is another possible case. 6 comma 0, that is another possible case. So basically there are 3 solutions for z is equals to 12. Are you able to understand this? Sorry, 4 solutions would be there. Let me tell you. One is 6 comma 0. Other is 0 comma 3. Third one is if I place the value of x as 2, then y will be 3. And if I place the value of x as 4, then y will be 1. So these are the 4 solutions. Are you getting my point? Okay. And here we have one solution. We have 2 solutions. Let me tell you why. One is 0 comma 0. Sorry. 1 comma 1. Other is 3 comma 0. So 1 comma 1 and 3 comma 0. So these are the 2 solutions. Okay. So basically here I have 5. Okay. Accordingly you can get that. Then 7 we will have here. 8 we will have here. 10 we will have here. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5 here I will have here. Then 4, 3, 2, 1. And by adding all these we will be able to get the number of elements which will be x comma y comma z, which will be the type of the coordinate. So let us add all these numbers. So the addition of all these numbers and then the addition of all these numbers. So we'll contribute to the final answer, and if you try to add all these numbers, you'll be able to get 169. This is the only way to do this question. I know that the question is lengthy, but yes, this is the process to do this question. Moving ahead to the next one, there are 2 arithmetic progression. This is the AP1 in front of you. This is the AP2 in front of you. Okay, this AP is having the difference 4. This AP is having the difference 3. Now, let us talk about the common terms. So, their common terms form a AP with difference as the LCM of D1 and D2. What is D1, D2? Common difference of first and common difference of second. LCM of 3 and 4 is 12. So, the AP will start with the common number 11 and the difference is 12. 11 plus 12, it will become 23 and it will keep on going. I know that here the difference is 3 and here the difference is 4. So how many terms should be common? Let me first of all calculate that. So how many terms can be common? I can see that A plus n minus 1 into D is basically 12, should be less than 403. So from here n minus 1 into 12 should be less than 392. Okay. Now n minus 1 should be less than 392 over 12. So this is basically 3 and here it is 32. So 32 point something. That means n should be less than 33 point something. Okay, so n value should be 33. That means the number of common terms should be 33. So in this AP, how many terms are there? 33 terms would be common between these 2 arithmetic progression. Now we want to get the sum of these common terms. I will be writing it as n upon 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d. In this way, we will be able to get the final answer. So here I will be able to write 6699 as the final answer, which is representing the sum of the common terms in the two different APs. Moving ahead to the next problem, here we have this expression. This is known as the fractional part function. L and R denotes the left hand limit and right hand limit at x is equals to 0. We want to get L value and R value for this function. So let us see here, if x is tending towards 0 minus, so the fractional part function tending towards 1, and if x is tending towards 0 plus, so the fraction part function will be tending towards 0. Okay, this is very important. Now let us start with the 0. Okay, so here I am starting with R value, limit x tending towards 0 plus. So here it will be cos inverse 1 minus, this is fractional part of x square. Here we have sine inverse. Okay, then it becomes 1 minus fractional part of x whole divided by, I can take this fractional part of x common, I will be left with 1 minus fractional part of x square. Alright, now I just want to tell you that fractional part RHL will be equals to 0. Here I will be writing 0, here also I will be writing 0, here also I will be writing 0, but this becomes cos inverse 1 upon 0, 0 by 0 form. So sine inverse 1 we are obtaining here, that I will be writing directly. Okay, sine inverse 1. Along with that, this fractional part value, if I try to write 0 over here, okay, if I try to write 0 over here, so that will be 1. Now we are left with only cos inverse 1 minus cos inverse 1 minus fractional part of x square whole divided by fractional part of x function. Okay, and limit of x is tending towards 0 plus. I need to simplify this expression now. What I will do, this 1 minus this, I am assuming this fractional part of x function to be h. So 1 minus h square I am rewriting here as the value, for example, this cos inverse 1 minus h square I am writing here as theta. Okay, I am writing here as theta. So cos theta value will be written as 1 minus h square, and this value h square can be obtained as 1 minus cos theta. So it will be helping me out to get the value of this limit. So limit of h is tending towards 0. Now this part becomes theta, sine inverse 1 becomes pi by 2, and this h value is root over 1 minus cos theta. I hope this is clear to you. I want to get the value of this limit. How will I be able to solve this limit? It would be very easy for us to solve this limit. We can just apply the L'Hopital rule into it if we want this, or we can rationalize this. So if I try to rationalize that, limit of h tending towards 0, theta over root over 1 minus cos theta. Okay, root over 1 minus cos theta is already there. Here also root over 1 minus cos theta I am writing, and along with that pi by 2 is also written. So here it is, without even rationalizing it, it is 2 sine square theta by 2 with a square root, and limit of h is tending towards 0, so cos theta will be 1 at theta tending towards 0. So this will be theta over root 2, then it becomes sine theta by 2. Okay, and limit of theta is tending towards 0. Here it is pi by 2, here it is pi by 2. Now if I want to find the value of this limit, so I need to divide by 2 and I need to multiply by 2. So I will be left with root 2 into pi by 2, because this is 1, and that becomes pi upon root 2. So the value of r is pi upon root 2. I hope you are able to understand. Now let us find the value of L. L value is limit of x is tending towards 0 minus. This function will be written completely, cos inverse 1 minus fractional part of x square, then sine inverse 1 minus fractional part of x, then this whole gets divided by fractional part of x multiplied by 1 minus fractional part of x square. I know that for x tending towards 0 minus, fractional part is 1. So I'll place the value of x as 1 over here. So I'll be able to split it into two parts basically. 1 minus x into 1 plus x. I have factorize this. So this gets converted to 1 because this is sine inverse 0 by 0 form. Okay, can you see that? Because here we can see that the fraction part is tending towards 1 as the value of x is tending towards 0 minus. So here we have cos inverse 1 minus 1 which is equals to 0. This becomes 1. Here we have 1. Here we have 1 plus 1. Ultimately cos inverse 0 can be obtained at pi by 2. So pi by 2 whole divided by 2. So this becomes pi by 4. Value of L is pi by 4. Are you able to understand this? L we have, R we have. This expression we want to get 32 over pi square and we want to get the value of L square plus R square. Now the value of L that we have obtained is pi by 4. I can substitute here, which is pi square by 16. Value of R square, that is pi square over 2. Pi square getting cancelled. If I take this, 32 over 16 is 2. Then 32 over 2 is 16. The final answer to this problem will be 18. Answer of this question will be 18. I hope you are able to understand this. Moving ahead to the next problem. Let this line passes through the point of intersection of a circle and a parabola. So basically there is a circle and a parabola being intersecting. X square plus y square is equals to 3. And instead of x square I am writing y square. 2y, sorry. So y square plus 2y minus 3 is equals to 0. I will be able to split it into two parts. Y plus 3, y minus 1. Two values of y is equals to negative 3, y is equals to 1. If I substitute y is equals to 1, then definitely the value of, because of the first quadrant, then the value of x will be root 2. Okay, and if I substitute y is equals to negative 3, and negative 3 is not there in the first quadrant. So 1 comma root 2 is being obtained as a point of intersection. Let us name this point P 1 comma root 2. Are you able to, sorry, root 2 comma 1, not 1 comma root 2. It should be root 2 comma 1, yeah. So root 2 comma 1 is satisfying both the curves, alright. Let the line L touches the two circles C1, C2 of the equal radius to root 3, okay. If the centers of the Q1 and Q2 of C1, C2, so this line passes through the point of intersection, that means root 2x plus y is equals to alpha. From here I can find the value of alpha. Alpha will be 3. Okay, that's fine. Let the line L, so this line becomes now root 2x plus y is equals to 3. So this line touches the circle with the radii 2 root 3 and 2 root 3 and their centers lie on the y-axis. Let the center be at the point 0 comma k. I know that distance of the 0 comma k from the line is equals to the radius because this line is a tangent. So I'll substitute 0 comma k into it. It will be root 2 into 0 plus k minus 3 whole divided by square root of a square plus b square, and this distance is actually 2 root 3. If I try to simplify it, k minus 3 modulus is equals to 2 root 3 into root 3. So this becomes 6. Two different values of k we can get. One is k is equals to 9. Other is k is equals to, if I take minus 6, it will become minus 3. So 0 comma 9 and 0 comma minus 3. 0 comma 9 and 0 comma minus 3. These are the coordinates Q1 and Q2. Now what they are asking? They are asking to get the area of triangle PQ1 Q2. So PQ1 Q2 area we need to determine. We can use the determinant method half. P coordinate was what? It is root 2 1. Root 2 1 1. Q1 coordinate is 0 9 1. Q2 coordinate is 0 negative 3 1. So half will be written as it is root 2 times 9 plus 3 minus 1 times 0 minus 0 and then 1 times it will be 0 minus 0 obviously. So no need to expand it about the row 1, expand it about the column 1, that is more than enough. 12 root 2 over 2, so 6 root 2 is the area that we are getting. But what they are asking for? Square of the area. So 6 root 2 square, 36 into 2, that becomes 72. So I think 72 will be the answer to this problem, okay. Moving ahead to the next problem, this integration we need to solve and we need to find the value of alpha and beta from here, and finally we need to write alpha square plus beta square. How will I be able to solve this integration? Let this integration be I. 8 root 2 cos x dx whole divided by 1 plus e raised to the power sin x, 1 plus sin x raised to the power 4. Alright, so let us apply the king property. So 8 root 2 cos x will remain same. Here it will be e raised to the power sin x whole divided by 1 plus e raised to the power sin x. Here this will remain same. If I try to add these two, so 2i value will be equals to 8 root 2 cos x whole divided by 1 plus sin x raised to the power 4 dx, and this has been integrated from minus 90 to plus 90. So after this step, just apply the property minus a to a will be converted to twice of a fx, because here f of x and f of minus x both are same. That means this function is even function. So that is why I can write here 2 times 0 to pi by 2 8 root 2 cos x dx whole divided by 1 plus sine raised to the power 4. I'm moving to the next page. 2 and 2 will get cancelled, and ultimately the value of I will be 0 to pi by 2, and it will be 8 root 2 cos x dx whole divided by 1 plus sin x raised to the power 4. If I assume sin x as a new variable t, then cos x dx will be dt. Ultimately it will be 8 root 2, x is equals to 0, sin 90 will be 1. Here it is dt over 1 plus t raised to the power 4. Now I'll write here 1 plus t square, then I'll write here 1 minus t square, and then I'll write it positive in between, and I'll multiply it by half because I have written 2 here, okay? So it gets divided by 1 plus t raised to the power 4. It also gets divided by 1 plus t raised to the power 4, and here the integration is from 0 to 1 dt. Now if I take this t square common, here I will be having 1 upon 1 plus t square. Here it is t square plus 1 by t square. Here it is 1 minus 1 upon t square. Here it is t square plus 1 upon t square. So my dear students, this is also integrated from 0 to 1. This is also integrated from 0 to 1. Here we have 4 root 2, and in the left hand side we have I. So then we can say that if I add minus 2 and if I add plus 2, if I add plus 2 and add minus 2, then in the next step I will be written as 4 root 2 times, here it will be 1 plus 1 by t square dt whole divided by, it will be t minus 1 by t whole square plus root 2 square. Alright, and then here it will be integration 1 minus 1 by t square dt whole divided by t plus 1 by t whole square and then minus root 2 square. So basically this, if I assume z, then this will be dz, and this gets converted to 1 upon a tan inverse t minus 1 upon t x upon a. So this is the expression that we have obtained here, and the limits that I need to use here will be from 0 to 1. Here also if I assume this to be z, this will become dz. So dz over z square minus a square. So basically here it will be an identity which is 1 upon 2a log x minus a over x plus a. I hope you are able to understand this, okay? And to this we need to apply the limit 0 to 1 because the value of t was moving from 0 to 1. Ultimately this is I. So finally I'll substitute the value of t as 1, then I'll substitute the value of t as 0, and accordingly we'll be able to get the final answer. So what they have asked in the question, they have asked that this expression is alpha pi plus beta log 3 plus 2 root 2. So basically if you try to simplify it, it will be 2 pi plus 2 log 3 plus 2 root 2. So we got to know that this is 2 and this is 2. That means alpha and beta both are 2 over here. Okay, and if alpha and beta both are 2, then 2 square plus 2 square will be 8. 8 is the final answer for this question. Moving ahead to the next problem. So in this problem, there is a set and the relation is being defined on A cross A. R1 is a set such that B is divisible by A. So my dear students, if I simplify, if I talk about R1, how to actually deal with all those values which satisfy R1. So that means 1 comma 1. Okay, 1 comma 2 because 2 is divisible by 1. 1 comma 3 up till 1 comma 20. So these are the 20 elements into it. Okay, then if I talk about 2 comma 1, that is not possible because 1 is not a divisible of A. Okay, so 2 comma 2 it will start from, then 2 comma 4, then 2 comma 6, and ultimately 2 comma 20. So this is 10. In the row of 3 it will start from 3 comma 3 and up till it will 3 comma 18, 6. In the row of 4 it will be 4 comma 4 and it will start, it will end at 4 comma 20, that is 5. In the row, in the 5, okay, row of 5, 5 comma 5 and it will end at 5 comma 20. So here we have 4. Then in the row of 6, 6 comma 6 to 6 comma 18, then it will be 3 elements. In the row of 7, 7 comma 7 to 7 comma 14, and in the row of 8 it is 8 comma 8 to 8 comma 16. In the row of 9 it is 9 comma 9 to 9 comma 18. 9 comma 9 to 9 comma 18. There are only 2 elements. In the row of 10, 10 comma 10 to 10 comma 20. So in the row of 11, 11 comma 11 only. For 11, for 12, for 13, for 20, this is the only element that is satisfying. So this one will be taken how many times? 10 times. If I try to add all these numbers, 20, this, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 2. So this 36, 36 and 5, 41, 45, 45, 50, 52, 52 and 56, 56 and 10, 66. So number of elements in the R1 is 66. Alright. R2 is A comma B, A as an integral multiple of B. So the first one is the integral multiple of B. Number of elements in R1 minus R2. That means if they are asking the number of elements in R1 minus R2, we can take the advantage of set. That means from the R1, we need to eliminate those elements which are common. And we can easily identify the common between R1 R2. So if I need to identify the common between R1 R2, so those are only 10 pair, 1 1, 2 2, sorry 20 pair up till 20 comma 20. So that is why we can say that number of elements in R1 intersection R2 will be equals to 20. Hence, by this formula, it will be 66 minus 20. Answer will be 46. So, the answer to this problem, number of elements in the R1 minus R2 will be equals to 46. Are you all able to understand this? How we got the answer to this problem? So, 46 is the answer to this question. Thank you so much everyone for joining this session. I hope you understood the question that is being asked on 1st of February morning shift. We'll be meeting soon for the discussion of the next shift questions. Thank you.